Coruscant was burning, not with fire, but with fear. Across the planet, every Jedi felt it, a cold, sharp pain in the Force. Something was wrong. Something had broken. Inside the Chancellor's office, the truth had just been spoken. Mace Windu lay dead on the streets, far below, thrown from the shattered window by a storm of Sith lightning. And kneeling on the cold floor, head bowed, was Anakin Skywalker. "I will do whatever you ask," he whispered. "Just help me save her." Darth Sidious smiled. His yellow eyes glowed with hunger. "Good," he hissed. "Good. From this day forward, you'll be known as Darth." He never finished the name. The air cracked. A blinding flash of blue light tore across the chamber, like a wound opening in reality itself. Wind rushed in from nowhere. Papers flew. The Sith Lord stumbled back, shielding his face. And then she stepped through. Tall, older, scarred, wearing a long gray cloak burned at the edges. Two white lightsabers ignited in her hands with a sharp, electric snap hiss. Anakin's breath caught in his throat. He knew those eyes. He knew that face. "Snips," he whispered. Ahsoka Tano stared at him. Not with anger, not with joy, but with something far worse. Grief. She had crossed time itself to reach this exact second. The moment her master died inside and Darth Vader was born. And now, standing between the boy she once loved like a brother and the monster waiting to claim him, she raised her blades. Her voice was steady, cold, certain. "I won't lose you again." Outside, the towers of Coruscant trembled, as if the galaxy itself knew. The future had just changed. For years, she had seen this room. In every dream, in every meditation, in every quiet moment between battles. The red carpet, the tall windows, the lightning in Sidious's hands, and Anakin kneeling. Ahsoka had walked through this nightmare more times than she could count. She had watched her master fall, again and again, and woken up screaming his name. But tonight was different. Tonight, she was inside the dream. Her boots were really standing on that floor. The air was really thick with the smell of burnt fabric and ozone. And the man kneeling before the Sith Lord was really him. Her sky guy. She had spent half her life searching for a way back to this exact second. After the fall of the Empire, after meeting Ezra, after walking the world between worlds where time bent like glass, she had found the door. She had paid the price. And she had crossed. Not to change the war, not to save the Jedi, just to save one man. Sidious recovered from shock, his face twisting with rage. "Who are you?" Ahsoka didn't look at him. Her eyes never left Anakin. "I'm someone who knows how this ends," she said softly. "And I'm not letting it happen again." Anakin slowly rose to his feet. His chest was rising and falling fast. His hand hovered near his lightsaber, but he didn't draw it. He couldn't. Something deep inside him remembered her. "You're not real," he whispered. Ahsoka left. Ahsoka left me. She took one step closer. "No, Master," she said. "I came back." A tear slid down her cheek. "And I brought the truth with me." Behind her, Sidious's eyes narrowed, because he could feel it now. This girl knew everything, and she had come to burn his entire plan to the ground. The Chancellor's office was dead quiet. Outside the shattered window, the wind howled through Coruscant's endless skyline. Speeders raced past in the distance, unaware of what was happening just floors above them. The lights of the city blinked like cold stars, cold and uncaring. And down below, somewhere on the ledges of the Senate District, lay the broken body of Mace Windu, the greatest swordsman of the Jedi Order. Gone, killed by the very boy he had refused to trust. Anakin stood frozen, his eyes flicking between the body of the man he had betrayed and the woman who had appeared from nowhere. Sidious raised a shaking hand. His voice was sharp like a blade scraping stone. "You dare interrupt the rise of a new order?" he hissed. "You dare stand between the Sith Lord and his apprentice?" Ahsoka tightened her grip on both white sabers. "I'm not standing between you," she said calmly. "I'm ending you." Sidious's lips curled. He turned to Anakin, fast, desperate. "Anakin," he snapped, "finish the oath. Say the words. Become what you were born to be. Only the dark side can save Padme." Only I can save her. Anakin's lips parted. He had been about to speak. The name, the title, Darth Vader. But now he hesitated. Because Ahsoka was here. Because Ahsoka, his snips, was crying. Anakin, she whispered. Don't say it. Please, don't say his name. The room was silent. Sidious's eyes burned. Anakin's mouth slowly closed. And in that one frozen second, the oath was broken. The galaxy held its breath. Then, without warning, Sidious raised both hands. And blue lightning exploded across the chamber, screaming straight for Ahsoka Tano. Anakin couldn't move. His feet felt like they were locked to the floor. His heart pounded against his ribs. His breath came in short, shaky bursts. He stared at her. Really stared. This wasn't his snips. The Ahsoka, he remembered, was 16 years old. Sharp tongue. Bright smile. Always 2 steps behind him with a smart remark on her lips. But the woman standing in front of him now, she was taller. Her montrals were longer, curling high above her head with deep markings of age and battle. Her face was thinner, sharper, and across one of her white cheek stripes, a long, faded scar cut downward like a memory that refused to heal. Her armor was unfamiliar. Gray cloak, dark leather, worn boots, the clothes of someone who had been fighting for a very, very long time. But it was her eyes that broke him. Those eyes weren't angry. They weren't even hopeful. They were tired. The eyes of someone who had buried friends, lost masters, watched empires rise and fall. Eyes that had seen the end of the Jedi Order and lived through it alone. You're older, Anakin whispered. Ahsoka nodded slowly. I lived a whole life without you, Master. His chest tightened. How long? He asked. She paused. Long enough to bury you twice. Anakin's lightsaber slipped slightly in his grip. His hands were shaking now, because suddenly he understood. She wasn't a ghost. She wasn't a vision. She was the proof, living, breathing proof of what he was about to do to the galaxy. He looked at her scars, and he saw himself in every single one. Snips. He choked. What did I become? Ahsoka's lip trembled. Something I spent my whole life trying to forgive. Behind them, Sidious began to laugh. Cold, slow, dangerous. Because he knew the battle for Anakin's soul had only just begun. Sidious moved first. His hands shot up, fingers curled like claws. Blue-white lightning exploded from his palms, a storm of pure hatred ripping across the room. The blast was meant to end her instantly. It didn't. Ahsoka was already moving. She crossed her white sabers in front of her face, catching the lightning between the blades. The energy crackled and screamed, twisting around the white blades like trapped serpents. She didn't flinch. She didn't scream. She had felt worse pain than this. You think this is new to me? She said through clenched teeth. I've stood against your apprentice. The real one. Sidious's eyes widened slightly. I dueled Vader on Malachor, Ahsoka growled. I felt his rage. I felt his pain. I felt you inside his every move. She took one slow step forward through the lightning. Then another. Then another. The Sith Lord stumbled backward, shocked. No one had ever walked through his lightning before. Not Yoda. Not Mace. Not even Anakin. But Ahsoka had spent years studying every twitch, every breath, every angle of attack Sidious had ever taught his apprentice. Through fighting Vader, she had unknowingly learned to master. She knew his rhythm. She knew his timing. She knew his fear. With one swift motion, she swung her left saber upward, slicing through the stream of lightning like it was paper. The energy shattered with a deafening crack, sending a shock wave through the chamber. Sidious flew backward, slamming into his own desk. For the first time in decades, the Sith Lord was afraid. Anakin watched, frozen, his mouth slightly open. He had never seen anyone fight like this. And worse, she wasn't even tired yet. Ahsoka turned her head slightly, her voice low and steady. Anakin, choose. The galaxy waited. His hand slowly moved toward his lightsaber. Flames climbed the walls of the Chancellor's office. Smoke curled around shattered glass. Palpatine lay slumped behind his desk, lightning still crackling along his fingertips. Anakin stood frozen, blue saber humming low. Then Ahsoka stepped through the broken doorway. She was older now, stronger. Her eyes carried something heavier than war, knowledge from a future Anakin had not yet lived. "Sky Guy," she said softly. "Step away from him." Anakin's jaw tightened. "Ahsoka, you don't understand. He can save her. He knows how. He's lying. You don't know that." "Edo." She took one step closer. The fire painted her face gold. "I've seen what happens next. I've seen what you become." Anakin's hand trembled around the hilt. "Padme doesn't die from childbirth, Anakin." Ahsoka's voice cracked, but she did not look away. "She dies because of you." The words hit harder than any blade. Anakin staggered back. No, that's not. That's a trick. He told me. He told you what you needed to hear." Ahsoka's voice rose. "He's been shaping you since you were 9 years old. Every fear, every nightmare, every whisper in the dark. It was him." Palpatine's lips peeled back into a snarl. "She lies, my boy. Strike her down. Save your wife." Anakin's saber rose, then froze midair. For the first time, he truly looked at his old master. Not the Chancellor, the thing behind the mask. And somewhere across the galaxy, Padme Amidala pressed a hand to her stomach and gasped. The twins had felt it too. The future had just changed the office burn around them. Anakin's saber trembled, then steadied. Palpatine's smile cracked. "Anakin, my boy, think of Padme. Think of the child. Only I can stop talking." The words came out cold. Sharp. Final. Ahsoka didn't move. She just watched, hand near her own hilt ready. Sidious's eyes narrowed. The kind voice was gone. The mask slipped. "Foolish child," he hissed. "You would throw away everything for a lie." "No, Anakin Skywalker. I'm throwing away you." He struck. The blue blade came down like a storm. Sidious twisted, fingers snapping forward, and red lightning exploded across the chamber. Anakin caught it on his saber, teeth bared, boots sliding back across the marble. "Sky Guy, together!" Ahsoka shouted. Her green blades flared to life. She lunged from the side, cutting through the lightning's arc. Sidious snarled and leapt onto the desk, a crimson saber snapping from his sleeve. 3 blades clashed in the smoke. Sidious was fast, faster than anything Anakin had ever fought. But Anakin wasn't fighting for the Jedi tonight. He wasn't fighting for the Republic. He was fighting for Padme, for his unborn children, for the boy on Tatooine the Sith had hunted since the beginning. "You were supposed to be my apprentice," Sidious roared. "I was supposed to be free," Anakin snarled back. Their blades locked. Ahsoka spun low and slashed across Sidious's leg. The Sith Lord screamed. For the first time in 1,000 years, a Sith master bled on his own throne. Outside, the gunship doors hissed open. Mace Windu stepped onto the smoking platform, saber in hand, and froze at what he saw. Anakin Skywalker fighting beside Ahsoka Tano against the Chancellor of the Republic. The galaxy would never be the same. The Chancellor's office still smoked. Mace Windu stood at the doorway, purple blade humming low, his eyes locked on a scene that broke every rule of the Jedi Code. Anakin Skywalker stood over the wounded body of Sheev Palpatine. Ahsoka Tano, older, taller, marked by a war Mace had never seen, stood beside him, twin white blades still burning in her hands. The Chosen One had not fallen. He had risen. Mace lowered his saber slowly. Skywalker explained. Anakin's chest rose and fell. His voice was hoarse. "He's the Sith Lord, Master. He's the one we've been hunting. He's the one who started the war." Mace's gaze shifted to the bleeding old man on the floor. Palpatine laughed, a wet, broken sound. "You have no idea what you've just undone." "Yes, we do," Ahsoka said quietly. Pause. Mace cuffed the Sith Lord himself. No trial in the dark. No private execution. He dragged Sheev Palpatine through the smoking halls of the Senate building in full view of the cameras, his force suppression collar glowing blue at the throat. By dawn, every world from Coruscant to the Outer Rim had seen the face of the enemy. The Senate erupted. The Clone Wars ended overnight. Because the war had never been real. It had been a script, a long, bloody puppet show, and the puppeteer was finally on the floor. Count Dooku's name was cleared from the shadows. The separatist droid armies, suddenly leaderless, began to power down system by system as Sidious's hidden command codes were broken and broadcast across the holonet. On Mustafar, the Separatist Council sat in stunned silence as Republic gunships landed without firing a single shot. There was no Order 66. There was no march on the Jedi Temple. There were no younglings cut down in the dark. The galaxy held its breath and exhaled, pause, but not everyone was celebrating. In a quiet corner of the Jedi Temple, far from the cheering crowds and the emergency Senate sessions, Ahsoka Tano sat alone on a meditation stone. Her hands rested on her knees. Her eyes were closed, and she was disappearing. It started at her fingertips, a soft, blue shimmer like starlight caught in water. She watched it climb her wrists, slow and patient. She didn't fight it. She had known this moment would come from the second she stepped through the Force into the past. Because she wasn't supposed to be here. This Ahsoka, the older one, the one who had survived the Empire, the one who had walked beside Ezra Bridger through the world between worlds, belonged to a future that no longer existed. A future of stormtroopers and inquisitors. A future of a burning Jedi temple and a masked man named Vader. A future where Padme Amidala died of a broken heart on a delivery table while her children were ripped apart and hidden across the stars. That future was gone now, and so was she. Pause. Footsteps echoed down the corridor. The younger Ahsoka, the one from this timeline, still 17, still bright-eyed, stopped in the doorway. Her montrals were shorter. Her leku were thinner. She had never died on Malachor. She had never lost Anakin to the dark. She looked at her older self, and somehow she understood. "You're leaving," the young Ahsoka whispered. "I have to. Will it hurt?" The older Ahsoka smiled. "No, it feels like coming home." The young Padawan's eyes filled with tears. "I don't even know who you are, but I feel like I've lost you before." "You have," the older Ahsoka said gently. 100 times, in 100 ways. But not today. Today we win. She stood. The blue shimmer climbed past her elbows now, soft as a Tatooine sunset. "Tell him something for me," she said. "Tell who?" "Anakin." Her voice cracked just a little. "Tell him I forgive him for all of it, even the parts that never happened." Pause. Across the city, in a small apartment on the 500th level of the Senate district, Padme Amidala stood by the window. One hand rested on her stomach. The twins were quiet now, peaceful, for the first time in weeks. Anakin entered without a word. He was still in his battle robes. His face was streaked with soot. His mechanical hand trembled at his side. She turned. She didn't ask what had happened. She had seen the holonos. The whole galaxy had. She just opened her arms. Anakin fell into them like a man who had been drowning for years. "I almost lost everything," he whispered into her shoulder. "But you didn't. You told me I would. You showed me. You made me believe, I know." She held his face in her hands. But he was wrong, Ani. He was wrong about all of it. And for the first time since he was 9 years old, Anakin Skywalker began to cry. Not from rage, not from fear, but from relief. Pause. Back in the temple, the older Ahsoka stepped out onto a high balcony. The Coruscant skyline glittered below her. Speeders zipped through golden lanes. Banners snapped in the wind. The galaxy was already moving on, already forgetting the war that had nearly swallowed it whole. Master Plo Koon found her there. He did not speak. He simply stood beside her, hands tucked into his sleeves, and watched the sunset with her. "Little Sokka," he said at last, his voice low, "I do not know how you came to us, but I know what you have done. You shouldn't remember me, Master Plo. I do not in the way you think." He turned his masked face toward her. "But the Force remembers, and the Force is grateful." She bowed her head. The shimmer reached her shoulders. "Take care of him," she whispered. "Take care of Anakin. He's still fragile. The dark is still in him. It always will be. He just chose today. He'll have to keep choosing. Every single day, we will walk with him. And the younglings, they are safe. All of them." Her eyes closed. A tear traced down her cheek and turned a blue light before it fell. "Then I'm ready." Pause. She faded slowly, gently, like a song ending on a held note. The last thing to go was her smile. That same small, stubborn smile she had worn the day Anakin first called her snips on the dusty hills of Christophsis. And then she was gone. The wind moved through the balcony. The banners snapped. The city hummed. PLO, Kuhn stood alone. But somewhere, deep inside him, deep inside every Jedi alive that night, a quiet warmth settled into the Force. A whisper of thanks. A goodbye from a soldier who had fought a war they would never know. Pause. In her apartment, Padme suddenly gasped. Anakin pulled back. What is it? The babies? She shook her head slowly. Her eyes were wet, and she didn't know why. I just felt like I lost a friend, she whispered. A friend I never got to meet. Anakin frowned. A strange ache pressed against his chest, soft but heavy. Like a memory he couldn't quite reach. And then, just for a heartbeat, he saw her. An older Ahsoka. White blades. Tired eyes. A small, knowing smile. Thank you, Sky Guy. The words drifted through his mind like wind through leaves. Then they were gone. Pause. The galaxy slept that night without fear for the first time in 3 years. The clones returned home. The droids fell silent. The separatist worlds opened their gates. The Jedi younglings, safe in their dormitories, dreamed of green hills and lightsaber forms. And in the Senate chamber, the last whisper of Darth Sidious echoed from a holding cell deep beneath the floors. A cracked, broken laugh that no one could quite hear. Because the dark was not finished. Not yet. The Sith had walked the galaxy for 1,000 generations. They did not die because one master fell. Somewhere out in the cold black between stars, an apprentice still breathed. An order still waited. A rule of two still whispered. And the chosen one, newly freed, newly broken, newly whole, had no idea that the war he had just ended was only the first.